chosen one. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. But was he? Hello, my name's Fox Tail, digging at Fox, and did Anakin bring balance to the Force? Which, mind you, I have now seen not only episode 1, 2, and 3 fully, I have also seen 4, 5, and 6, though mind you, special editions, because that's the only ones I had, but I had seen all those, along with the newest Star Wars The Force Awakens. There may be some spoilers in this, hopefully not many, but from what I've been told and what I've looked up, the prophecy for Anakin being, you know, the one, or Jedi Jesus, he was supposed to bring balance to the Force. Okay. There's two sides of the Force, darkness and light. And if you haven't known yet, although there's the grays, which are in the middle, but they're still, you know, darkness and light. Which, okay, let's see each character or Jedi or Sith as a pawn. An entire temple, 2 Sith. And here's what I'm trying to get. Here's what, if you probably already figured out exactly what I'm trying to get at, but Anakin was supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy the Sith. At least from what I've read, from what I read of that, the quote-unquote prophecy is that he's supposed to bring balance to it. Well, the Jedi Temple had what, over hundred of Jedis, and then they had only a few. Then they only had 2 Sith, of course. So what did Anakin do? He did go dark side. He did go and murder a bunch of Jedis, and over the years murder lots of them. And he whittled it down to how many? Assuming that Ahsoka, Kanan, and Ezra do not make it as Jedis into the next, into, you know, the rest of the years. And I pay attention to what I said, but having, like, he was supposed to bring balance to the Force, and what did he whittle it down to? Yoda and Obi-Wan. While then there was only the Emperor and Darth Vader, or, you know, future Anakin. So I looked at that because even like if you read the Legends, quote unquote Legends version of everything now that Disney says this isn't canon, but oh well. There used to be a Jedi or something like that temple where it would before the Sith and the Jedi were created, where they were in perfect balance, which would make sense. There's no 2 groups, there's only one, allowing for a balance in the Force. But then you have the split, which caused there to be Jedi and Sith. Great. Back then, the Sith actually had bigger numbers, but through the rule of 2, which only has 2, allows you to only have 2 Sith at a time, that was diminished or destroyed. Thus, the 2 at a time, that was destroyed, thus making the Jedi, or the light side, have more quote-unquote pieces than the left. And if you don't understand what I mean take a chessboard, take out everything on the black side except for 2 pieces. And those 2, except for 2 pieces, probably the king and the queen. And that's all you have. That is all you have to verse all the other pieces on the white side of the board. That might seem a little unfair or unbalanced. So that's just my little idea on this. Like, I don't know. I like Anakin. Mind you, watching the animated series allows me to like Anakin a little bit more, but it does seem like he has fulfilled the prophecy, because the merely thing is, the prophecy isn't really specific. He only says he will bring balance to the Force. Well, if they kill everyone on the dark side, or stop everyone on the dark side, then there's still an imbalance, because then there's only light, which darkness and light. They're kind of the yin and yang of each other. If you haven't watched any anime whatsoever or Kingdom Hearts. So then that brings up the question, did Luke F that all up? Although you could say because Luke was born, there was always going to be the imbalance still. Not really. If anything, Luke wouldn't have learned so much to use the Force, therefore not had become a Jedi. Therefore, the balance would still be set with Obi-Wan and Yoda and Darth Vader and the Emperor. But then, here's the thing. Did Luke F up that balance? Because not only did Vader get killed, the Emperor also got killed, thus taking both pieces off the board again, thus making it imbalanced to where there's only the Jedi. Or Jedi. Well, yeah, Jedi. Yeah, he could use more than many. All the Jedis. But if that's the case, then, that now you have another imbalance. Again, this might become spoilers. Well, yeah, this might go in a little bit more spoiler territory, but Kylo Ren, is he technically somewhat the new chosen one, or the one who will bring balance to the Force? Because not only now it's somewhat similar, of course, to like New Hope and so on, the first episode 7, but again, I love episode 7. He is now joining the dark side, which Snoke is also a dark side user, so at least we're assuming he is. So if he is, and I'm most likely assuming, I'm gonna guess who it is. I'll give you a little hint. I thought it. Well, actually, I put a video about it. Who might be? Check out. Is Ezra Kylo Ren? I have a little theory on who Snoke might be, and that was before the movie even came out. But Kylo Ren is now basically the quote-unquote new Darth Vader, which I do like the character. He's freaking awesome. He now is part of the dark side along with Snoke, thus creating more of a balance between Jedi and Sith. And also, hair in my mouth. Also, I kind of just thought about like the Inquisitors and stuff like that, who could also use the Force. But I'm assuming maybe they don't have as strong use of the Force as, let's say, a Jedi or a Sith, even though they have like, telekinesis and stuff like that. I haven't seen yet if they have the ability to summon Force lightning, and I don't know if fire force or force combustion is still ability that can be used. But I'm assuming the Sith are the top of the top of Force users, and then the Inquisitors will be a lower half. So, but also we haven't seen any of the Inquisitors in any of the movies, so we can probably assume most of them die before A New Hope, or they become the Knights of Ren, possibly. But yeah, like that's what I want to say. Like, if anything, the one who probably brought imbalance to the Force is Luke, for having both dark side users destroyed, and spoiler alert, both dark side users destroyed, and then having it to where there's only light, which then, of course, when he trains new, spoilers again, when he trains new Jedis, one of them, spoilers, goes rogue, and then becomes a Sith. Well, technically, he hasn't gotten the Darth title yet, or Sith, or like, of course, Sith Master says his Sith training still can continue. So most likely, he's not really considered quote-unquote Sith yet. Possibly, he's probably more Inquisitor, possibly based right now, like more Inquisitor ranked in the Sith categories. But he's joined the dark side. He's now actually gone full dark. And, well, from what we've assumed, so assuming that is the case, that he has gone just straight up full darkness, he is now going to bring balance back, especially with our new character appear. Spoilers again, Rey. I don't have Rey yet, so I can't bring up the little toy. But Rey would then be the new balance. Having now Kylo Ren, Rey, spoiler alerts, Luke, and then Snoke. Having that, then you have, again, the 2-on-2, the balance of the Force. Being that they're the, weights. That was my little thought on this. Tell me what you guys think. I think, yeah, Luke is probably the one who F's up who F's it up making for the Sith to return. Though, mind you, if the Sith had their way, Darth Vader and the Emperor would have destroyed the world, but there was still been balance to the Force. Anakin's prophecy was foretold and told right, in a sense, assuming he is the one. Anakin did bring balance to the Force, but it then, didn't work out so well. It didn't work out so well because then more Jedis appeared, and then more Jedis were then trained when the dark side was cut down. But either way, so what do you guys think about this theory in the comments below? I have another theory coming that I'm going to record next. It has to do with our favorite bounty hunter. Well, he's one of my favorites. And really, he doesn't say that much in the trilogy from what I saw, but he looks awesome.